Gamble and Finn.
Yes, hello.
All right.
Sorry, I just want to get that out of the way.
I just want to get this out of the way. I am telling you right now that tomorrow I'm on a 2-hour delay.
What?
Yep. Just so you know, I'll be in at 8.
What?
Why are schools closed?
They should be. If they think they're going to close at noon, it's easier to be closed now.
Well, how about this concept? How about wait for snow?
Well, they know it's coming. It's not like
How do
the
they
giant
know?
blue blob is going to vanish.
It could dissipate.
When it hits that blob ain't
It could
dissipating.
dissipate. I'll tell you right now.
That blob ain't dissipating.
I'm sorry
Look.
that I have to say this, but I'm going to say it and get it over with.
Okay.
If you work in news for a TV station, honest to God, how do you look yourself in the mirror every day and say, I'm going to go in and do this?
I'm going to go in and stand outside and say, nothing going on now.
I happen to walk out in our little communal there, and on one side, one room we've got one channel on, the other room we've got the other. Well, there's 4, obviously. We got 2 of them on. It's irrelevant. They're all the same. So the one I get, we've got Ralph. He's in Indiana. He's, quote unquote, waiting for the snow. Now, look, has it ever snowed before? I mean, it's
You know,
winter.
I was wondering that myself on the way home yesterday. I'm like, when was the last time what's that word?
Well, here's the thing. And look, I don't want anybody to take what I'm about to say the wrong way. Look,
but
when you do have up to a half a foot of snow alleged to be coming to your area, you obviously do have to take you have to think ahead, plan, prepare, all that stuff. I get all of that, and I get the fact that kids go to school, they ride buses and administrators. I understand all of that. But this insatiable, nonstop, ludicrous presentation by TV stations of snow
but see,
is
here's
absurd.
Here's the thing. It's a visual medium. They have to fill the time. And if it ain't that, guess what it is?
What, real news?
No, it's bake sales and cats in trees.
Well, let me tell you this.
And murders.
Here's another report that I heard this morning. I got a little report about when you send your kids out to the bus stop.
Oh, yeah. That.
Now, work with me on this, right? Sally said, dress your kids for the bus as though they're going out to play. Okay, dress your kids accordingly based on the temperature and how long they're going to be out there. Because let me tell you what could happen. She told me this. She said they could get splashed and their clothing could become wet and they could have to sit in it all day and they could experience hypothermia. Now, let me just explain something
Sounds
to
like
you.
your pants, Ralph.
You stupid moronic ass. First of all, when the temperature is 10 to 20 degrees, nothing be splashing. What idiot is going to stand on the curb and go, here comes the car, look at the puddle that melted, hit me. Kids don't do that at the bus stop. And here's another concept. If your pants are soaked, and mine are frequently, you change them. Who the hell would sit with wet pants all day?
Well, they're saying if they get on the bus, they don't do anything about it.
wait.
They get on the bus and go to school and they have to sit in it all
Who in
day.
the hell is going to do that?
Kids,
Who goes to the bus stop
oh, come
and
on.
gets
Now,
soaked?
you're going to tell me that there's not a chance. Let's say all your boys are at the same bus stop.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me that there's not a chance that they might get, out there, start wrestling around maybe, or somebody drives by and some of that slushy crap would get on them.
Ralph.
And that one of those boys would go, Mother, I think that I'll traverse my way back home and change my pantaloons.
Here's what I want.
No,
Here's
that's
what
not
I
going to
want.
happen. They're going, hey, look at me. Woo-hoo, And they're going to get on
this
a
for
bus
me.
and sit in wet pants like their
Find
dad.
me the next kid, the last kid who stood at the bus stop and got hypothermia from wet pants.
I don't disagree with that because here's the thing: even if your kid did it, it'd be the only one,
Right?
Or one of 5.
Well, I love
it's,
this.
It's
though.
giving
They had the
parenting
footage.
points
They had
to
the-
apparently the brain dead.
They had the video to accompany this little recommendation.
Was there a graphic?
No,
like
they had
animation.
They had a female out there who was obviously a female, a young child, a girl, who was doing snow angels lying on the ground.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get wet clothing.
But that's what I mean. You can't stand there with your kid the whole time and go, don't do that because then you're going to have to sit in your soak. They don't think about that. They think about the moment. So, but the thing is, you don't have to tell me to dress my kid that way. I should already, as a parent, know to tell my kid not to do that.
Here's another one I love. I love the story about the road crews getting ready.
Oh,
That's what they do.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I said that the other day. Just show footage from last year.
Well, no, that's like saying, here, I'm standing down right by Fort Washington Way. Behind me, you can see construction people building the Great American Tower. That's because that's what they do. Gonna have Sally over at the salt pile too.
Yeah.
As you can see behind me, salt is being. That's what it's. This sends me almost over the top of
I guess it's the fact that the need to. I mean, why don't they just come in and go? Here's where you go get bubble wrap, and here's how you roll your kid in it, and here's the sort of tape that works, and put on their helmet before they go outside.
Here's what bothers me about. Here's what bothers me about.
Darwin's got to come into play somewhere.
Here's what it is for me, though. It's we continue. People wonder why, and I love this area. I do. I've lived my whole life here. But the reality of it is, if we ever want to not appear like we are 20 years behind everybody else, then stop this crap.
Every city does this. I heard somebody talking about yesterday, all these people from up north. You guys don't know how to drive in the snow. I'm from Buffalo. I'm from Cleveland. I think it was Mo. I heard him talking about this.
Well, everybody says that.
Yeah. He said, I look at their websites. They have the same panic on their websites, the same issues on the roads. Nobody knows how to drive in it any better. Maybe to a degree they're more used to it, but that's all just a bunch of everybody does the same thing. It's not just us. Everybody does the same thing because TV stations, their news programs are too damn long. I don't need 2 hours. I don't need your afternoon news to start at 4.
Right.
I'll give you that. Well, you're now into where you have these elongated morning news programs. Then you have the noon news. Then you have the 6 o'clock news, which does today start at 4. Then you have the 11. I mean, you really look at it. And I haven't added this up because if I do, please punch me in the groin. But if you added all of the news time up at the local stations, I bet there are 5 to 7 hours of local news every day. That's too much. And that's not their fault. I mean, again, that isn't their fault. But you can just punch me in the groin because you feel like it anyway.
Well,
awesome.
I don't care if you kick me in the groin.
Bad, and the worst part of it, I think, is in between all of that is Oprah, Ellen, judge shows, and Dr. Oz, and then you're back to news.
Who's Dr. Oz? I don't know.
I don't know who he is, but he's on TV out
That's
there
the guy
every
that
day.
Oprah loves, right?
He's another one of her minions who she's launched into some career where he stands on a stage that looks like her stage,
right?
And they talk about your sore knee or that.
Dr.
I don't know
Phil
what
Part
they
2,
do.
but it's
just people. God, go do something. Go walk a treadmill. Go do something with your life, for God's sake.
I got one for you today, Ralph, and there's no way I cannot read this. And I read it not once but twice because as I read it, I found myself going, somebody actually wrote this.
Okay.
It is unbelievable. Now, I just want everybody to know, when you can't get your 3-egg omelet for breakfast, nothing better than a Sunkist and some peanut butter Girl Scout cookies.
Well,
I'm telling you now.
to wash down your Cracker Jack.
Right, it's tremendous. I tell you what.
You wonder why
I'm
you
a
feel so
specimen.
terrible all the time.
Yeah, I
Look
know
at
why
what
I
you
feel
put-
terrible.
You're a human garbage
You know
disposal.
why I feel terrible? Because I get up at an ungodly hour and I go to bed too late.
Well, I do too. I go to bed at 11:30. I get up at 4:30.
You're just dumb.
I know, but I'm not.
pitiful.
I didn't have Cracker Jack.
I did.
Girl Scout cookies.
And it's the only thing that's
Sunkist
keeping
for
me
breakfast.
going. No, you're over there chewing on some kind of molded together paste.
Molded together paste.
Some giddy up Jack Ball told you it's good for you.
Well, it was dry till I constituted it.
Didn't look very good.
Water,
I think that thing that
it wasn't very good.
No.
occasionally look over at you and you're kind of like stretching it to tear it off. Can't be good. That's all I know. It just can't be
I just
good,
hope you're still
can it?
talking about his food.
Oh, well, it's some kind of like I don't know what it
It's
is. Some
bark.
kind of it looks
It's bark.
awful. It is.
It's a thing called a Cliff Bar.
Here, do that just
It makes
so
you want to jump off.
do
a
that
cliff.
just so
Yeah,
she can
those
see. I
things
just
are,
like this though. It's like the.
And it's these little mini ones because the big ones take too long to eat.
They do. I know.
Well,
I've
hell
had
yeah,
one
because I
before.
don't look. Here he goes.
Yep.
Oh, and it's like that. Oh,
Oh, that's really good.
it's like Jim, the maintenance man, just set his thing down as his little like tool thing, and he picks something up from
You know
it.
what
and
these
ate
things
it.
remind me of?
Yeah, I can't.
There's $100.
Can't imagine.
There's $100.
What's that?
But
Remember those old? I guess it's old westerns where the guy had the big block of chaw.
I was
They
just.
just snap it off and